people in that room was Senator Marsha Blackburn, Republican from Tennessee. She joins us now this morning on Fox and Friends. Senator, thank you so much for being here.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
So here we got Schiff again quoting anonymous reports that he can't confirm. Let me ask you, were you ever told by Republican leadership that your head would be on a pike if you go the wrong way with the president?
Not at all. Republican leadership has encouraged us to do exactly what we've been doing, which is to look back at the record from the House and to do our due diligence so that the decisions we make are going to be wise decisions, to make certain that we're true to the Constitution, that we are going to render a fair trial to all involved. And that's exactly what we have been doing.
Senator, reports are that when Adam Schiff made that accusation on the floor, there were audible gasps. In fact, senators not allowed to speak, but some said that's not true, that heads were turning from people like Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins, who a lot of folks are looking at how they'll vote. What was the reaction on the floor?
The reaction on the floor was exactly as was reported. There were several of us that just said, that's not true. And he should have retracted that at that point in time. You know, it's the same thing that has caused people to gasp when we were called liars, when we were accused of participating in a cover-up, which was a crime, when we heard the president called a dictator, when we heard him called a monarch, when we heard him called a king. And of course, we bear in mind that they've told us what their entire purpose is. It's to relitigate the 2016 election, to keep him off the ballot in 2020, to make certain that the American people don't have the opportunity to vote for him again. I thought Adam Schiff's remarks were astounding on the second day in his opening comments. Basically, what he said when he was saying, you know, we can't trust he won't cheat. Again, we can't trust that the ballot box will be protected in the election fair. Basically, he was saying, we don't trust you, American people. You messed up in 2016 and voted for the wrong guy. We're not going to give you that opportunity in 2020. We're going to change the process and control who you can vote for, who has the ballot box, who has the election.
It doesn't work to talk down to any audience, especially an audience of senators held captively in a Senate chamber. I got to get onto this next topic as well, because Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman was a key witness in the House as part of the inquiry. His name has been brought up multiple times by the House managers. You have also had a back and forth with that Lieutenant Colonel, including this tweet on Thursday from you. You said Adam Schiff is hailing Alexander Vindman as an American patriot. How patriotic is it to badmouth and ridicule our great nation in front of Russia, America's greatest enemy, which is something it's been reported that he's done. His commanding officer has also reported that for a long time, Lieutenant Colonel Vindman was a political activist in uniform. He's reported to have leaked the phone calls and worked with the whistleblower. Yet you're being told you can't criticize someone like him because he wears our nation's uniform.
And we honor the service of every man and woman who has chosen to serve our country. What we have to do is look at what the House Republicans' record tells us from the work that they did. We know that Lieutenant Colonel Vindman went outside of his chain of command. He leaked the call to two individuals outside the White House. That had been reported in the record. We also know that, as you said, in 2012, he had disparaged the nation before a group of Russian soldiers, and that was reported by his commanding officer and by that commanding officer's supervisor. We know that Tim Morrison has said he had the unfortunate habit of disregarding the chain of command. So these are things that are known. It is important that as we look at context for why someone says something, when they say it, that we bring this to account.
Absolutely. Well, the attorney for Vindman, David Pressman, had this to say. He said that a member of the Senate, alluding to you, at a moment when the Senate is undertaking its most solemn responsibility, would choose to take to Twitter to spread slander about a member of our military is a testament to cowardice. While Senator Blackburn fires off defamatory tweets, Lieutenant Colonel Vindman will continue to do what he has done, serve our country dutifully and with honor. Senator, I'll get you to respond. Before I do, I've served with people that served with Lieutenant Colonel Vindman. They've said the same thing. Hey, he has always had a left-wing partisan perspective. We're all allowed to have our view, but that doesn't make him untouchable.
My responsibility is to protect the Constitution, to make certain that we render a fair trial. I'm going to continue to do that, and to make certain that the service that I render to the nation is there to protect freedom, free people, and to preserve freedom for another generation.
Absolutely.
That's my job.
And the uniform is to be respected, but it's also not a shield. It doesn't mean you're immune from doing wrong things or being exposed. Senator Marsha Blackburn, thank you for your courage and your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
You got it.